Top 20 Accountant Interview Questions and Answers. Want to ace your next accounting interview? In this video, we reveal the top 20 accountant interview questions and answers, perfectly crafted to help you stand out and land that finance job fast. 1. Can you describe your experience with accounting software like QuickBooks, SAP, or Oracle? I have hands-on experience with various accounting software, including QuickBooks, SAP, and Oracle. At my previous job, I used QuickBooks for general ledger entries, invoicing, and financial reporting. SAP was integral in managing large-scale financial data and automating procurement processes, while Oracle helped with advanced financial analysis and reporting. I'm comfortable navigating different modules, setting up chart of accounts, and generating customized reports. My adaptability across platforms ensures I can quickly learn and use new systems effectively. I believe the right software enhances efficiency, accuracy, and compliance in financial management. 2. How do you ensure accuracy in your financial reports? To ensure accuracy, I follow a systematic process that includes double-checking entries, reconciling accounts, and using automation to reduce manual errors. I review transactions in detail and ensure all supporting documentation is in place. Regular audits, variance analysis, and cross-referencing data with bank and ledger records help maintain integrity. I also use built-in checks in accounting software and review reports with a critical eye. Finally, I encourage peer reviews and maintain clear communication with department heads for cross-verification. Accuracy is essential not only for compliance but also for sound business decisions. 3. What are the key financial statements and how do they relate to each other? The three key financial statements are the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement. The income statement shows profitability over a period by subtracting expenses from revenue. The balance sheet reflects a company's financial position at a specific point in time, showing assets, liabilities, and equity. The cash flow statement tracks cash inflows and outflows from operating, investing, and financing activities. These statements are interconnected. Net income from the income statement flows into both the cash flow statement and retained earnings in the balance sheet. Together, they provide a complete financial picture. 4. How do you stay updated with changes in accounting standards? I stay updated through a combination of professional memberships, online resources, and ongoing education. I subscribe to newsletters and updates from bodies like FASB, IASB, and AICPA. I also attend webinars, industry seminars, and take continuing professional education, CPE courses regularly. LinkedIn and accounting forums are great for real-time discussions and updates. In my workplace, I make it a habit to review new accounting guidelines and share key changes with my team. Staying current ensures compliance and enhances my ability to adapt our accounting practices to evolving regulatory requirements. 5. Describe a time when you found an error in a financial report. How did you handle it? At my previous job, I discovered a misclassified expense that affected the quarterly profit report. I immediately cross-verified the entry with source documents and consulted the accounts payable team. After confirming the error, I corrected the entry and regenerated the financial reports. I then informed management and provided a detailed explanation, along with steps to prevent similar issues in the future. I also recommended a review process before finalizing reports. 6. What steps do you take during month-end and year-end closing processes? During month-end and year-end closings, I follow a structured checklist. I start by reconciling all bank, credit card, and ledger accounts. I review journal entries, accruals, and prepaid expenses, and ensure all transactions for the period are accurately recorded. Fixed assets and depreciation schedules are updated, and intercompany accounts are balanced. I then generate and analyze preliminary financial statements, making any necessary adjustments. Year-end includes additional steps like tax provisions, audit preparations, and finalizing the trial balance. Timely communication with departments and a focus on accuracy help me complete closings efficiently while ensuring compliance and transparency. 7. How do you manage tight deadlines and multiple priorities? I prioritize tasks by urgency and importance using a task management system and calendar alerts. I break down large projects into smaller, manageable steps and set realistic milestones. Delegation is key when working in teams. I ensure everyone knows their responsibilities. I communicate proactively with stakeholders to align expectations and mitigate risks. During peak periods like month-end, I extend hours if needed and avoid multitasking to maintain accuracy. Staying organized, anticipating bottlenecks, and remaining calm under pressure allows me to deliver high-quality work on time without compromising on attention to detail. 8. Can you explain the difference between accounts payable and accounts receivable? Accounts payable, AP, refers to the money a company owes to its suppliers or vendors for goods and services received. It is recorded as a liability on the balance sheet. On the other hand, accounts receivable, AR, represents the money owed to the company by customers for products or services delivered and is recorded as an asset. Proper management of both is crucial for maintaining cash flow. 9. How do you handle confidential financial information? Handling confidential financial data requires strict adherence to ethical and legal standards. I limit access to sensitive information based on role necessity and ensure files are securely stored, both digitally and physically. I use encrypted software, strong passwords, and follow company protocols for data protection. I refrain from discussing confidential matters in public or casual settings and avoid sharing financial data via unsecured channels. I also complete regular training on data privacy policies. Trust is fundamental in accounting, and I maintain discretion at all times to protect both the organization and its stakeholders. 10. Have you ever prepared or reviewed a company's budget? How did you approach it? Yes, I've prepared and reviewed budgets in collaboration with department heads. My approach starts with analyzing historical data, identifying fixed and variable costs, and incorporating any strategic changes or growth projections. I consult with different teams to gather input and validate assumptions. Once drafted, I review the budget for consistency, check alignment with business goals, and adjust based on feedback. I use Excel or budgeting tools to model different scenarios and highlight variances. The goal is to create a realistic and flexible budget that serves as a strong financial roadmap for the organization. 11. What is your experience with tax preparation and compliance? I have experience preparing and reviewing tax filings, including corporate income tax, sales tax, and payroll tax. I ensure timely payments and filings to avoid penalties and maintain compliance. I stay updated on changing tax laws through IRS updates and professional resources. I've collaborated with external auditors and tax consultants for complex returns and handled year-end reporting such as W-2s and 1099s. My role involves reviewing documentation, reconciling tax liabilities, and ensuring all deductions and credits are accurately recorded. I also assist in tax planning strategies to reduce liabilities and support long-term financial efficiency. 12. How do you perform account reconciliations? I begin account reconciliations by comparing the general ledger balances with external statements, such as bank or supplier accounts. I investigate and resolve any discrepancies, whether due to timing differences, data entry errors, or missing transactions. Supporting documentation is matched to each entry to ensure validity. I maintain detailed reconciliation schedules, which are reviewed monthly or quarterly depending on the account. I also use tools like Excel or accounting software modules to automate recurring reconciliations and flag exceptions. Regular reconciliations are key to identifying issues early, maintaining accuracy, and supporting clean financial audits. 13. What controls do you put in place to detect or prevent fraud? To prevent fraud, I implement strong internal controls such as segregation of duties, ensuring no one individual controls all financial processes. I require dual approvals for large transactions and conduct periodic audits and reconciliations. Access to financial systems is restricted based on role, and activity logs are monitored. I encourage a transparent culture where anomalies are reported and investigated promptly. Vendor onboarding involves validation to avoid fictitious accounts. I also ensure compliance with anti-fraud training and policies. These steps create accountability and reduce opportunities for fraudulent behavior, safeguarding the company's assets and reputation. 14. How do you handle discrepancies in financial records? When I find a discrepancy, I first isolate the issue by comparing source documents, system entries, and transaction timelines. I collaborate with relevant departments to clarify the transaction's purpose and determine whether it's a data entry error, timing issue, or policy violation. I document my findings and make adjusting journal entries if needed, ensuring they're reviewed and approved. If it's a recurring issue, I assess the underlying cause and implement process improvements. I also communicate transparently with my manager or auditor. My goal is to correct errors promptly while strengthening controls to avoid future discrepancies. 15. Can you walk me through a journal entry you recently prepared? Certainly. One recent example involved recording monthly depreciation. I debited the depreciation expense account and credited the accumulated depreciation account for the appropriate fixed asset category. The entry was calculated based on the asset's original cost, estimated life, and chosen depreciation method, straight line in this case. I verified that the amounts aligned with the fixed asset schedule and reviewed the impact on both the income statement and balance sheet. The journal entry was then reviewed by a senior accountant and posted to the ledger. This ensures accurate expense reporting and compliance with accounting standards. 16. What is your experience with audits, internal or external? I've participated in both internal and external audits. For internal audits, I prepare reconciliations, ensure policy compliance, and implement recommended process improvements. During external audits, I assist in compiling required documents such as general ledgers, trial balances, tax records, and supporting invoices. I liaise with auditors, clarify queries, and ensure timely responses to requests. I also conduct pre-audit checks to identify potential issues and resolve them in advance. My goal during any audit is transparency, organization, and efficiency to maintain trust and compliance. I treat audits as opportunities to strengthen internal controls and reporting accuracy. 17. How do you track and manage fixed assets? I use a fixed asset register or accounting software module to record asset details including purchase date, cost, useful life, depreciation method, and location. I update records for acquisitions, disposals, transfers, and depreciation. Regular physical inventories are conducted to verify asset existence and condition. Depreciation is calculated monthly or annually based on straight-line or other applicable methods. I reconcile the fixed asset ledger with the general ledger regularly and ensure all assets are properly capitalized or written off when retired. This system provides an accurate reflection of asset value and ensures compliance with accounting standards. 18. What metrics do you monitor to assess a company's financial health? Key financial metrics I monitor include gross and net profit margins, current and quick ratios, debt-to-equity ratio, and accounts receivable turnover. I also track cash flow from operations, return on equity, ROE, and days sales outstanding, DSO. These indicators help evaluate liquidity, profitability, efficiency, and financial stability. I generate regular financial reports and dashboards for management to provide actionable insights. Monitoring trends over time is just as important as static figures. It helps detect issues early and support strategic decision-making. A strong understanding of these metrics ensures the business remains financially sound and growth-focused. 19. How do you ensure compliance with GAAP or IFRS? I ensure compliance by staying current with updates issued by FASB and IASB, attending training sessions, and applying guidance during financial reporting. I structure chart of accounts and journal entries according to GAAP/IFRS standards and review financial statements for consistency and completeness. I also perform peer reviews and work closely with auditors to confirm interpretation of complex transactions. Documentation is key. I ensure all accounting decisions are well supported. For multinational companies, I reconcile local GAAP with IFRS when preparing consolidated reports. Strict adherence to standards enhances transparency, improves comparability, and upholds stakeholder trust. 20. What is your approach to continuous professional development in accounting? I believe in lifelong learning to stay competitive and compliant. I regularly attend workshops, webinars, and CPE courses offered by professional bodies like AICPA or ACCA. I also read accounting journals, follow industry blogs, and stay informed on regulatory changes. I actively seek feedback from colleagues and supervisors to improve my skills. When possible, I pursue certifications or specializations, such as CPA or IFRS training. I also mentor junior staff, which helps reinforce my knowledge. Staying proactive in professional development ensures I contribute value, remain adaptable, and uphold the highest standards in accounting practice. Thanks for watching the top 20 accountant interview questions and answers. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more expert interview tips. Your dream accounting job is just one step away.